Welcome to Travel Vault. In this video, we've compiled a list of the 10 top tourist attractions in Warsaw. Subscribe to our channel and enable notifications, then share your own experiences in the comments section below. Keep watching until the very end, because we've got a special surprise in store for you at the finish. Here are our picks of Warsaw's top 10 tourist attractions. If you want to see a city that has been reborn more than once, look no further than Warsaw. Throughout the ages, it has been pillaged and invaded by forces ranging from Sweden to Russia. During World War II, it was heavily bombed by the Germans. Despite this, Warsaw is a new and vibrant city that has been largely restored to its pre-World War II state. Old Town in Warsaw, with its palace, churches, and castles, is a must-see for visitors. Additionally, visitors will want to take advantage of the city's impressive cultural activities. Number 10 on our list is Krakowskie Przedmieście. Warsaw's history can best be appreciated on foot along Krakowskie Przedmieście. Strollers can find the Presidential Palace and Warsaw University, as well as Baroque churches, at the end of the Royal Route. Old Town and the Royal Castle are connected by a 1-mile-long street that is one of Warsaw's oldest. Krakowskie Przedmieście, one of Warsaw's most opulent streets, dates to the 15th century, when it served as a commercial thoroughfare. A 17th-century Madonna and Child statue commemorating a Polish victory over Turkish forces in Vienna should be sought out by tourists. Number 9. Copernicus Science Center. Copernicus, a mathematician and physicist who lived from 1473 to 1543, is one of Poland's best-known scientists. To put it another way, it was him who came up with the idea that our planet revolves around the Sun. Because of this, the Copernicus Science Center in Poland has a planetarium exhibit dedicated to space and how it affects our daily lives. Attending a lecture by one of Poland's most prominent scientists may be of interest to visitors who are fluent in the language. The best science museum in Poland also has a lab where visitors of all ages can conduct experiments of their own. Number 8. Museum of the History of Polish Jews. The Warsaw Ghetto, where Jews were imprisoned during the Holocaust, is the site of the Museum of the History of Polish Jews. On the 70th anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, the Museum of Jewish History in Poland commemorates Poland's Jewish history. The exhibits in 8 galleries are meant to teach visitors about the Jewish faith and culture, including how the Jews arrived in Poland, and how many Jews lived there at one time. In multimedia narratives, Jews from rabbis to housewives tell the story of Poland's Jewish history. Number 7. Palace of Culture and Science. From corporations to entertainment venues, the Palace of Culture and Science serves a variety of purposes. The tallest building in Poland, built in the 1950s, features a spire that stretches into the sky. The Soviet leader's name was originally attached to it, but Stalin's popularity waned, and the name was changed. As Ping stands for the Chinese capital's old name, Peking, the building has been dubbed Beijing. The Rolling Stones played there in 1967, and it's been a popular concert venue for international acts ever since. The Palace of Culture and Science in Warsaw is a must-see attraction for anyone visiting the city. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying this video and subscribe to our channel. Number 6. Wilanow Palace. Poland's Wilanow Palace is one of the country's most significant landmarks, a reminder of the country's history prior to the 18th century. King John III Sobieski commissioned the construction of the palace as a residence for himself. After his death, the palace was taken over by private owners, each of whom altered the look of the palace. As compared to the rest of Warsaw, the royal palace was almost completely unscathed by the Nazis during the Second World War. It is now a museum that preserves the country's artistic and royal legacy. Summer concerts in the garden are one of several music festivals held at the 17th-century royal palace. Number 5. Nowy Świat. It appears that Nowy Świat is a misnomer. Despite its name, Nowy Świat is one of Warsaw's most historic streets. It follows the royal route as it heads north from Three Crosses Square to the royal castle. For centuries, it was the only way to get to the various castles, palaces, and rural hamlets in the region. It became one of Warsaw's most important commercial thoroughfares in the 20th century, with neoclassical buildings lining the street. During the Warsaw Uprising of World War II, it was nearly completely destroyed. After the war, it was turned back into a cobblestone street. Number 4. Warsaw Uprising Museum. The Warsaw Uprising Museum is number 4 on our list. Polish resistance to the Nazis in World War II earned the city national notoriety. The Nazi-created Jewish ghetto in Auschwitz was Europe's largest. However, the uprising was not just confined to Jews. In fact, the entire city was involved in the war effort in 1944. Warsaw Uprising Museum was inaugurated on the 60th anniversary of its opening in 2004. Tourists can learn about the uprising, which began on August 1 and ended on October 2, in detail. An exhibit dedicated to children who participated in the uprising, a replica of the sewers in Warsaw used by insurgents, and an observation tower with great views of Warsaw are also included. Number 3. Royal Castle. For many years, the Royal Castle was the official residence of the Polish monarchs. It can be found on Castle Square, near the Old Town entrance. In the 14th century, the castle served as the official residence of the Masovian dukes. In 1791, it was the place where the first European constitution was drafted after being conquered numerous times by foreign invaders. Today, this impressive building, complete with a central tower, serves as a museum, though it is still occasionally used for official state meetings. Many Warsaw buildings were influenced by the castle's architectural style. Number 2. Lazienki Park. The largest green space in Warsaw is Lazienki Park, also known as the Royal Baths Park. As a park in the 17th century, it was transformed into a place for mansions, monuments, and palaces in the 20th century. Located in central Warsaw, the palace on the Isle is the park's most prominent structure. The paintings and statues of Poland's greatest rulers that were once housed in this palace have been restored and are now on display for the public to enjoy. A 1793 Greco-Roman amphitheatre can be found on the island. The park contains a number of palaces, as well as an 18th-century orangery. Number 1. Old Town Market Square. The reincarnation of the Old Town Market Square is a good example. Old Town's oldest square, it has been around since the late 13th century. During World War II, the city was utterly obliterated by bombs. It was returned to its pre-war state after the war. Beginning in 1948, the majority of the city's structures were rebuilt to resemble those from the 17th century. Many restaurants line the square's perimeter, making it a good place to sample Polish delicacies like stuffed cabbage leaves and barbecued meat. A bronze statue of the Warsaw Mermaid, the city's emblem, stands in the market square. Finally, as promised, here is the surprise and treat that we have in store for you. Click on the link in the description box below to receive a free travel guide to Poland, courtesy of us. This guide contains all the information you need to visit the country and navigate around, from the currency to transportation. Poland is packed with exciting sights, great food, and so much more. Thanks for watching, and don't forget subscribe to our channel and leave a comment to let us know what you think, and we'll do the same.